Hey there, it's Kevin McCarthy with Savvy Real Estate Group. And today I want to talk to you about what's going on in the market for buyers, right? Now, technically, things are on right at the edge, the cusp of what is considered a buyer's market from a time on the market standpoint and a seller's market. So it's actually right at level in most places. There's some markets where it's dipping more into the buyer's market side, and some markets where they're just neighborhoods that are hard to get into, and it's still a seller's market in those neighborhoods because they're a sought after neighborhood, and no matter what, they're going to be what they are. But in general, it is more of a buyer's market. It is a good time to buy, except it doesn't feel that way technically to a lot of buyers from an affordability standpoint. There's a couple of reasons behind that. Here's what's going on. So coming in from 21 and 22, those are year 21 and 22, where prices escalated significantly. It took a couple of years for the taxing authorities to really catch up on those numbers, right? And bring those property values up to what those sales that happened in those years. At the same time, insurance went through a lot of changes because of natural disasters and various different things and costs. So insurance got a lot more expensive from a homeowner's insurance perspective, right? And something that was $1,500 to now $2,500 a year. That adds to the monthly payment. And so you've got these taxes that went up and the insurance that went up at the same time, while prices actually settled back down more in 24. So you've got escalated property taxes with higher insurance and now interest rates on top of that. So even though pricing is in a much better spot from a buyer's perspective, all of those factors are affecting what the mortgage payment winds up being. That makes it an affordability problem. What we're seeing right now is we're seeing properties close at less than what the taxing authority has them valued at. And that's because it took a while for them to catch up, and it takes a while for them to catch up again as prices leveled off and corrected. So this year, we're still in that state of those property taxes catching up with the market values. When that happens, we'll see a little bit more affordability. So if you got a little bit of that and a little bit of interest rate, I think we'll see things open up significantly. But right now, as a buyer, my advice to you is you might want to take a serious look, because from a pricing standpoint, you might be able to grab something at the right price. And there's a good amount of inventory. If you can grab something at the right price, even though you eat it for a little bit on the interest rate, the insurance, and the property taxes, after the property taxes come and reset to where they should be the next year, your mortgage payment's going to go down. Not as significant, but it will go down some. You could see quite a bit of savings there. And you work on getting your insurance in line, and then you see a little bit of dip in interest rates and you refinance, and that house, you're in a sweet spot for the purchase price. Just kind of have to look forward thinking on the interest rate, property taxes, and homeowners insurance as the market stands currently, right? But pricing is great. So if you want to take advantage of pricing right now and figure out those other things, get the property, hold the property, figure out the other things to get your payment more in line to where you want it to be later on, right? You just kind of got to suck it up on the affordability just a little bit in order to take advantage of that pricing right now. Because what happens is when those dynamics correct themselves, and they will correct themselves, when that happens, then you're going to see all of these buyers that have been on the fence come back into the market. It will be competitive at some point again. And then that house that you could have got for $500,000 is now $550,000. Take a look at things, really analyze that, come up with your long-term strategy, and make a plan. And I'm happy to have a conversation with you anytime about this. I love working with buyers. I love working with sellers. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I've seen the market do all kinds of things over the years. So talk to an expert, get some really good advice, and make a plan. Even if it's a long-term plan, at least have your game plan in place and understand what the real numbers are from a taxing perspective, an insurance perspective, and an interest rate perspective. What's the value? I'm Kevin McCarthy. It's another day in real estate with Savvy Real Estate Group. I'd love to chat with you if you're looking at buying a house this summer or this fall. Let's get into the fall rush together. Cheers.